So an openly gay congressional candidate has become the target of attack ads from liberal groups who are supposed to be preaching about tolerance and understanding and all of those things in most cases, right? So Republican Carl DeMaio is running against freshman Democratic Congressman Scott Peters in California. And now our own Dana Perino pointed out the hypocrisy behind the left's attacks on him. And she wrote this, quote, in her editorial yesterday: if they work actively against a Carl DeMaio, how exactly have LGBT groups come to define equality? What do they actually want, if not someone like DeMaio? Does he not embody the openness, financial success, and equality that they envisioned? Republican congressional candidate Carl DeMaio joins me now. Good to have you here, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Martha.
You know, and it should be pointed out at the top that you have not complained about this treatment, that this is not what you want to be the focus of your campaign. But it is interesting. It appears that there's a double standard. If you're gay and you're a Democrat, then you get, funded by the Victory Fund and embraced by all of that. But if you're gay and you're a Republican, you don't.
Yeah, no, it's something that I've had to deal with for several years. In the 2012 election, when I ran for mayor, they sat silently as Bob Filner, who has his own problems and past record with women, attacked my partner repeatedly in press conferences just to point out the fact that I was gay. Even KPBS locally said that Filner was gay baiting, and none of these LGBT groups spoke out. And then in that same election, a bunch of Democrat donors got together and put together a campaign hit piece on me to highlight the fact that I was gay and to target older Republicans, men, and the African-American voters to see if they could peel away votes by playing up the fact that I was gay. Yeah. So all the things that they profess to be against, they are actually practicing in that campaign, and they're doing it in this campaign again as well. And Dana's piece calls them out for that pattern of behavior.
Yeah, I mean, in that case that you just talked about, they sent to, older folks, as you say, and African Americans, pictures that wwere photoshopped of you standing next to drag queens. Is that right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I kind of laughed. I said, at least get real photos. But it just goes to show the hypocrisy on the far left that they want to use social issues rather than resolve them. I'm a new generation Republican. I don't think that either political party ought to be talking about social issues. I think we ought to let the individual decide those issues themselves in the context of their own faith, their own family beliefs, and get government out of it. We have the national debt crisis. We have an economic crisis. We have government programs that are broken and aren't producing results. And both parties want to talk about social issues.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
interesting.
It's time for a new approach.
I think a lot of people will find that resonates with them. You graduated from Georgetown University, started two independent companies that really do exactly what you're talking about here, which was to try to fine-tune and make more efficient government entities and corporate entities to teach them how to cut the waste out of their businesses and their government agencies, correct?
Yeah, and I really believe that we can make any organization perform better if you bring in an outside set of eyes and really start looking at new ways of doing business. And that can be done in government to produce better results for taxpayer at a lower cost.
Now, you have an unbelievable personal story as well. You were orphaned at age 13, right? And taken in by Jesuits, who then helped you to sort of on this path where you ended up at Georgetown, correct?
Yeah, I've really lived the American dream. I had a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome, but I kept working hard, and I am running for Congress. I'm in public service today because I believe every American ought to have the same opportunities that I had. I started with a different childhood, but I was still able, thankfully, to build two multi-million-dollar companies and now be in a position where I can give back and serve the public. Wow. Every child in this country ought to have that opportunity, and unfortunately, because we're playing games on social issues rather than economic and fiscal issues, we're losing the American dream in this country.
Very interesting. Carl DeMaio, nice talking with you. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thanks so much. You bet.